Hey everybody, it's Tuesday and I'm actually doing this at a decent time of 1:13 on a Tuesday. I'm gonna do this real quick because then I gotta get back to work, but gotta make video because it's gotta be done on Tuesday. It's just gotta be done. It's just, look, the bosses are on my back. They're like, Micah, you gotta get these videos out on Tuesday. Last week you did it on Wednesday at like 5 in the morning. That is not Tuesday. The bosses are really riding me. They're really riding me to get these things out at a good time on a Tuesday so everyone knows what's going on. I got to give out these updates. People have got to know, and the bosses are really riding me to get this stuff done. So let's get this done and out there. What's going on? I got some mail this week from James. Oh, this is a Aquilone. Aquilone. This is the thing. Once again, I think I've talked about it before. I think I talked about it last week. Um, I know most people online, so I've only ever seen their names written. I've never heard them said or anything. So a lot of times I have to guess. But Creepshow, 13. Oh God, yawn. 13 new. The bosses are going to be on my back about yawning. 13 new tales of terror. I did the. What did I do for this book? I helped lay out this cover. I didn't so that it would look nice. It is a prose book. It's like written out horror stories. But at the beginning of each horror story, let me find a page that has the beginning of a horror story. There is a page of art and a little word balloon with the creep show guy who probably has a name that I don't know. He's talking, so he has a word balloon. And I did all of these. I did all the word balloons to make them look professional and comic booky. Um, and also with that, Darkest Depths Volume 1, which I lettered, there is, what is there? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven horror stories in it. And I lettered two of them. Prisoner Cinema and It Lies in the Darkness. I lettered those stories. So check these out if you want, if you're into horror stuff. I'm not so much into horror stuff. I'm going to be selling these at cons. I might give this one away to my brother because he likes horror stuff, but I don't know. Um, Maybe I'll give it to him for money. Um, Probably not. Um, but anyway, yeah, I got those in the mail. In stores this week. There's nothing lettered by me in stores this week, so there's nothing to talk about. But there's stuff I've worked on recently. There's Lost Fantasy and Fireborn from Image. There's Galactic from Distillery. 51 from Mad Cave. Land of Never from Mad. Oh God, y'all are good. Land of Never from Mad Cave. Grit Volume 1 and Last Session, the complete campaign, both from Mad Cave. Mark Spears' Monster, The Monster and the Wolf. Um, Mark Spears Monsters and Mark Spears Monsters, The Monster and the Wolf. Those are two separate titles. Lettered by me from Keenspot. Murder Hobo from Midnight Factory. Check all those out. If you're a webcomic reader, viewer, perceiver of the reality of, then WEBTOON has Urban Animal and Nexus Points. Comics Kingdom has Phantom 2040 and on Comics Kingdom's Phantom 2040, A New Shadow. Good lord. Got tongue tied in my own words. Over on Kickstarter, there is One Last Trick, which either it might have just ended or it ends today, so check that out right away. This weekend coming up, it's a surprise. It's a guest spot. It's a drop in. I don't know, like in comedy, like when you got a last minute thing, you're doing like a drop in on a comedy club or something. So there's a drop in. I'm going to be at the Punk Rock Flea Market that's being put on by WHRO, which, if you're not from this area, is our PBS affiliate. Um, there's going to be DJ'd punk music up to a certain point, and then I think starting at 6, there's going to be 3 or 4 punk bands playing. There's also going to be vendors out there, and me included, selling. I'm gonna be selling comics. There's going to be representatives from the Norfolk Zine Fest. They'll be there not giving out, selling their work. Please, please, I do not want to speak for them to say giving out. They will be selling their work. Um, there'll be other vendors, which I don't know what they are, but usually when these kinds of things, when there's like a flea market kind of thing going on, they got like vintage clothes or like vintage albums, um, uh, maybe some artsy, art, uh, some kind of art stuff. I don't know. I don't know what the other vendors are going to be. I'm just trying to assume, which maybe I shouldn't assume since I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. But there'll be other vendors there selling other things. So check that out. It's at Smart Mouth Brewery. Good Lord, I knew it was in there. Smart Mouth Brewery in Virginia Beach. So if you're a drinking kind of person, they'll have those there. They'll have drinks there. Um, check that out. And yeah, so yeah, that's this week and this Saturday, uh, August 22nd at Smart Mouth Brewery, Punk Rock Flea Market, brought to you by WHRO. Check that out. Next month, September 12th, I'll be at Norfolk Zine Fest, selling. That's at the Chrysler Museum in Norfolk, Virginia. Check that out. Hampton Comic Con is October 17th and 18th. That's at the Hampton Convention Center. Um, check that out. NC Comic Con, November 14th and 15th. I'll be there. Uh, that's in Durham. I'm not sure what the convention center there is called. Maybe it's just the Durham Convention Center. I don't know. But yeah. So and then October, no, that's November 14th and 15th. Then December 12th and 13th, I'll be at Ocean City Comic Con in Ocean City, Maryland. Check all those out. If you're into the cons in the wintry months, fall, winter months, check those out. Um, that is what's going on with me this week, and I will see you next week because on Tuesdays we make videos.